Hey YouTube, it's Eric, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, click the like and subscribe button right down there. Great collab coming up with Lydia on just benzos in general and breaking the stigma of it. So click the like and subscribe button, and I hope you love the collaboration, bringing the awareness. Hey YouTube, thanks for watching this. This is Eric. I started this company on just people helping people. As I've grown with this and as this has grown into something, I've been able to have the opportunity to do a lot more collaborations, and this is another collaboration I did with Lydia. She has her channel, it's called Life with Lydia. I have the links down below, so definitely click on the description box and find her link in there. And check out her channel. This was a collaboration that we did together on breaking the stigma of benzos when it comes to diazepam, when it comes to Klonopin, Valium, Xanax. One of the biggest things I wasn't even aware of is that Xanax isn't available in the UK. Yet here in the US, it's one of the biggest prescribed drugs there is, which it blows my mind of how is it so big here but not over there. Breaking the stigma around this, because these drugs are very addictive and they're usually criticized very heavily on the addictive factors of them. Nobody really speaks up a whole lot on saying this is why these drugs are even made and the benefits that they bring to you. So this video here is to actually help break that stigma, because let's face it, some of us will not function as a correct human being with panic, anxiety, feeling like we're crawling out of our skin without the help of this medication. I'm gonna let Lydia start it off here, and I can't thank her again enough for doing this collaboration with me. So here's Lydia.
The subscribe button. My name is Lydia. I make mental health YouTube videos here on YouTube. That's not really here, because here is not YouTube headquarters, but it could be. I should own YouTube. This video is a collaboration with Eric, also known as Driven Industries. I finally remembered. We like Eric. Eric has been on my channel before, and we made a video talking about sobriety, and I did actually just have a slip up with being sober. I was sober for 10 months, then I drank a lot the other night and did a live stream, and it was a mess, just like my life. That's not what this part is about. This is about diazepam and Xanax. So those of you who don't know, in the UK, Xanax is not a prescribable medication. You cannot get it on prescription on the NHS. In the States, it's the most prescribed one apparently, so I don't know. I'm on diazepam, which is Valium. I don't know, it's hard. People use like Xanax, Valium, Xanax, diazepam. I use diazepam. That's how I refer to it. I'm on quite a high dose of it at the moment because I've been having a lot of flashbacks recently, so it keeps me calmer. Like, I still have the flashbacks, but I don't have the panic associated with having a flashback, which I would say I could live with, but I'm waiting for a call back from the mental health team at this current moment in time. So, like I said, this video is in collaboration with Eric, who is, of course, going to be linked in the description down below. So, this video for me is an important one because I made a video talking about diazepam and the usage of diazepam, and boom, is a lifesaver. I cannot cope without it, and a lot of people are always like, oh, but isn't it addictive? It's addictive, why are you on it? And I made a whole video talking about diazepam, and I will link that in the description down below too. In my opinion, yes, it might be addictive. I can just not take it. Stop, like, I don't need it. I can go without diazepam. I don't have to have it. My life is hell without it because I can't cope mentally, because I have very severe panic attacks, I have a lot of flashbacks, I dissociate a lot. Diazepam is a lifesaver. It literally keeps me going through a day. Without it, I can't function as a human being. So if I didn't have that, I would not be able to, I would say go out, but I don't really go out. I wouldn't be able to do these things. I wouldn't be able to talk to a camera. I wouldn't be able to pick up the phone. I wouldn't be able to call people. I wouldn't be able to do so much. And that is something my GP, my general practitioner, also known as a general doctor, identified and was like, you may as well go on it because it's worth the risk. Like, yes, you could get addicted to it, and it made it very clear you could get addicted to it, but I don't tend to get addicted to things like that because I like being speeded up. I don't like being slowed down. When I did used to use drugs, I used to go for cocaine, speed you up. I wouldn't go for like Xanax or anything like that because it slows you down. I like being on a fast moving pace, and that's why I'm not afraid to take diazepam. And the purpose of me doing this like mini series about benzos in conjunction with Eric is to show you that it's okay to be on them. Like, don't let the stigma of them put you off. Don't let people's fear of addiction put you off. Like, yes, there are risks associated with it. Always research it before you start anything. Take it with a doctor. Don't Google it.
Like she was saying, don't Google it. WebMD is not a doctor. Google is not a doctor. Visit a doctor and get prescribed the correct medication. It's trial and error with your doctor. So going out and buying Xanax or buying Klonopin or buying Valium off the street is not prescribed. You're not being monitored. That's where the abuse factor comes into. Google, again, is not a doctor. Don't Google if you need Xanax. Don't Google if you need Klonopin. Get with a doctor and work it through with them and find the right treatment program that works for you. I can't stress that enough.
Search it, like learn about it, learn what it is, learn how it works. So they affect the GABA, I think I said that right, the GABA thing inside your body, and that basically slows you down. It prevents panic, and that is why I think it's such an amazing medication. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, but you could go on this. I am on other medication for anxiety. I'm on propranolol, which is a beta blocker, not addictive. It's not enough. When I'm having a panic attack, yeah, it slows my heart rate down, but this bitch is still in panic mode. Have this additional medication, and I don't mind saying that. I take lorazepam as well as diazepam. Lorazepam is only for when I have panic attacks, and it 100% helps. I can't fault that one at all. Diazepam, it slows me down a lot, and you may notice I'm talking very fast at the moment, and that's because I haven't had any. When it comes down to taking benzodiazepines, don't be afraid of them. And I'm going to hand you over to Eric for a bit to talk a bit about this, because I feel like I've been rambling. So
Thanks, Lydia, for doing this with me. And my name is Eric. Really big into mental health and mental illness, and one of the biggest tools that I personally use is Xanax. And Xanax is a benzo. Under the benzos, there's Valium, there's Klonopin, there's Xanax, and there's a lot of stigma that goes along with them. They do affect your central nervous system. It affects the receptors in your brain. It affects your central nervous system. It decreases your blood pressure, decreases your heartbeat. It's a lifesaver to me. I take Xanax with my anxiety because it helps me get through the day. It's like a deep breath for my brain, if that makes sense. It is a relieving feeling. When I get overwhelmed and overstressed and the anxiety starts to kick in, if you've never had an anxiety attack or a panic attack, I mean, it's like you're having a heart attack. It's crippling, debilitating, to the point that, I mean, I will not leave my room. It's very hard for me to get outside of the house. But Xanax is one of these tools that's in my toolbox that when I need it and I take it, it helps me tremendously. It clears up my head for me. I don't feel the pressure and the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I'm able to function as a normal human. It is great because everything is relaxed and calmed down, and I don't have that overwhelmed state where my brain is almost overworking. It actually helps with my depression. They say side effects of Xanax is a depression. With me, it's the complete opposite. I lose my depression. The anxiety goes away, and I begin to be able to function again, and I'm not crippled to the point of not being productive and not going down a really dark path of mentally self-destructing myself, negative mental self-talk. Being able to just be normal is the way I like to put it. So, if you've ever considered Xanax, I mean, talk it over with your doctor, but it is a huge, huge lifesaver for me, and it allows me just to function. It allows me to know that everything's okay, and it's okay. My brain stops overanalyzing everything. My brain stops overthinking everything. And I don't do all the negative self-talk where everything is my fault and I'm failing. And it's an opposite effect. My self-talk turns into I can do this, and I'm able to go back to any of the tasks that I need to get done for the day and be able to accomplish them. So for me, Xanax is a huge, huge, huge benefit. If you've never looked into these, I mean, don't let the stigma scare you away. Don't be afraid of that. I mean, I'm even a recovering addict, and benzos is addictive. You know what? I haven't ran into an issue with it. So don't let that part frighten you with it. Anything that can work for us and help our brain and help us function more as what we want to call a normal human being, try it out. It's so worth it. It was really worth it for me. I was very scared about it at first because I didn't want to become addicted to it, and now it's a lifesaver, and I'm so thankful that I took it, and I went out and talked to my doctor.
Any ideas or anything you'd like to see me do on this channel, make sure you follow me on my social media, because on Instagram and Twitter I tend to ask for video requests quite a lot. If you follow me on Instagram, I do a lot of polls, video voting, and all that fun stuff, so head over there. Also, I wanted to film a Q&A video soon, so please leave some questions down below in the comments, and they were put into a Q&A video, hopefully going to get filmed the end of next week. Thank you for your support, everyone, and I will catch you guys soon. Peace.
Again, thanks, Lydia, for doing this video with me. It was great to bring the awareness. It was great to share the positives of this, of what these drugs actually can bring into our life when it's used correctly, and when we're prescribed it, and when we need it, because it does help with the PTSD. It helps with the anxiety to the point of you're not anxious, you're having anxiety. It's not just sweaty palms and I don't want to speak in front of a classroom. It's that I am crawling out of my skin. There are ants in my skin and I'm crawling out of my body. Awareness in this is everything. Knowing that it's okay to take this medication is everything. Being an addict in sobriety doesn't mean I'm an addict still and I'm not sober, because I take the medication as it's needed. If I don't take the medication, if I don't take Xanax for a week, I don't detox. I don't kick. I don't have any of that because I use it as prescribed. So remember the key in using it as prescribed by your doctor. Again, if you haven't subscribed to Lydia's channel, the link's down below. If you haven't clicked the like and subscribe button, click the like and subscribe button. More videos will come up this week. And again, thank you everybody who's subscribed to this channel and has made it blossom into what it is, because it's people helping people. It's a together thing. It's a we thing, and we can make a difference. Thank you.